Every time she farts, you can hear it.
I don't fart.
He just removes it from the audio.
I don't fart.
Women don't have
Go over there,
balls.
McFarty.
I don't fart.
We had bungalows at the school down the end of the street. You actually went to school there when you were
I did.
younger. And we pulled the bungalows set up probably about 3 feet, but they nailed them in with 2x4s all the way around them. And they were painted, right? So it was kind of the underpinning was made of horizontal 2x4s. Mm-hmm. But they had an access panel, and we were able to pull that access panel. So as kids, we would go under the bungalows, and that was kind of our fort, right?
Yeah.
So there was always porn magazines under the fort. But the porn magazines back then weren't like porn magazines now.
No.
They were like Playboy and Penthouse, you know, they had Bush and, you know, there was Penthouse Stories and stuff like that. But those were coming from our parents. Like, I think my dad,
Somebody's parents.
I think I have the 2 lockers still. My dad had 2 metal like sea chests. They were big. And they had 2 dividers in them, and it was medical shit. When they would go on the ship, a lot of the stuff went on the ships in these boxes, and he had 2 of those somehow, and they were full of magazines, Playboys and stuff like that.
But that was heavy.
But so you were getting, where'd you get porn magazines from?
Well, so I did have, that reminded me, my gay uncle collected straight porn. Yeah, which was weird. I still have them too.
That's weird.
Yeah, so
Was it to lure in straight guys to convert them to gay guys? Weird.
But yeah, he had like a tote full of like Playboys and Hustlers, and I think there's some rare ones in there. I have them. I just haven't gone through.
Where'd you see your first porn?
Internet.
Where'd you
Yeah,
see your
see,
first
I
porn
was-
magazines?
Probably at a store.
Yeah.
The internet wasn't around, but when I saw my first one,
Got it.
When it
I've
first
never
came
not
out.
had the internet.
Yeah, when the internet came out, we'd load a website and it'd be one line.
So I remember looking at porn websites, and it would literally take 5 minutes for the load the
Exactly.
picture, and your mom would show up while the picture is loading up. You're downstairs where the only computer is, really late at night, and for some reason, mom's like, "What are you doing?"
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
But mine really wasn't that much porn. I was like looking up HKMP5 or some shit like that. She probably thought I was looking at porn. So
We're down here.
we're down here. Scott Whitner. What supplements do you use daily to keep your energy level going throughout the day? I take First Form M Factor, daily vitamins, and was thinking of trying their amino drink. So I've not tried their aminos. I feel like most people's aminos are in too small of a package. So you pay a lot of money for very little volume. I use for aminos, I use Extend. It comes in a big, what is that, 2 pounds, 3 pounds? It's a big jug. The watermelon,
Gallon.
what?
It's about a gallon.
The watermelon's very good. The blood orange is actually kind of strong. I use about half a scoop of that. The sour apple is very good. And I use that as a base. I drink that almost all through the day. There's no calories in that, is there?
I don't think
And
so.
there's no carbs in it.
But aminos are
Parts of protein.
Yeah, they're building blocks of
Yeah,
protein.
branch chain amino acids. I think there's 13 essentials. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that forms a whole entire protein.
What do you mean by that? One flavor is strong, like the flavor of it.
The
is
blood
strong?
orange, yeah, it's very
Oh,
fucking
okay.
strong.
'Cause I was gonna say I've taken aminos and I couldn't tell if they were strong or weak.
No, it's just
the
a flavor.
Okay.
I use it as a flavoring. Like people put mayo drops and
Yeah.
all kinds of flavorings in their stuff. What's it say?
No sugar, no calories, no carbs.
And you can get it off Amazon. You can get it. Where do you buy it from?
I get it on Amazon
Okay.
usually.
You can get small containers at Walmart.
Yeah.
So you can try it out if you want to.
Which, if I bought a small container, John would go through it in probably 3 days.
Now, but I believe what Andy and Sal say. Like I believe them. I believe in them. And I believe in their product. I use a lot of First Form stuff. Now you said energy though. If your testosterone's right, you're going to have more energy. You're going to sleep better. I start my day, the first thing when I get up, the first thing that happens is I put about 3 inches of water in one of these cups, and I put Megawatt in there. Now, Megawatt's a pretty harsh pre-workout, but that's usually, when you see me make a video in the morning, 4:30 a.m. video, I'm usually making that within 10 minutes of being up. And that's usually with the influence of megawatt. I use a lot of other products through the day as well. Rob Bailey's, which I need more of. I need Onward. And when Rob designed that, Rob says when he designed it, he was after Adderall. He was after something for focus and energy, but not and amino support. It's got like vitamin C in there. It's got a bunch of things in there. Without the jitters, you're not going to go like need to work out. When I take harsh pre-workout, especially on an empty stomach, I'm like, shit, I got to go work out. Otherwise, I'm bouncing off the wall. I have energy that I can't fucking use. So I need to burn some of it up. But from First Form, I use OptiGreens. I use OptiReds. I use Sacred 7 Mushroom Blend from Amazon. And I use a lot of other things through the day also. I've been using non-stem pre-workouts a lot. You could also use Cialis. Viagra would give you a similar effect. Cialis would be better. It's a vasodilator. And when you take those with stimulants, it's going to infuse anything else you take in at a cellular level quicker. So I take the pre-workout first thing in the morning and do cardio. And then when I work out, I take a non-stem pre-workout. If you ever see photo, like to me, I look awesome in the mirror when I'm working out. Super vascular, pretty lean. It's earlier in the morning. When I try to there's many times I've tried to take a photo and it doesn't translate in the photo. And I'm like, man, these are like some funhouse mirrors. I got to get more of these mirrors because I look really fucking good in these mirrors. But if you see me lighting, a lot of it's lighting. But like on the iPad, when I can move in angles, I'm like, man, I look really good on this iPad. And that's a lot of times it's just angles, right? That's how I do. I mean, I look amazing, but because I'm just fucking rad like that.
Well, you're perfect.
I know. You tell me all. She wakes me up and she's like, "I love you so much. You're so perfect." Mm-hmm. So
that Onward stuff, like that's really good because there is.
I gave you some, didn't I?
Yeah, and we've been buying it too because we use it every single day.
God, it tastes so. It's fucking good.
Yeah, I haven't. Strong. So I got like a variety pack once
of Onward.
Yeah, so it was like a. It didn't come with a tub. It came with a bunch of like single.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't see a flavor. I didn't.
So,
see a flavor I didn't like.
So when you go to individual packaging products, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And that's when you know those guys they're making it right. Yeah. So I have some information from the backside on Rob's company that's not public facing, right? Because I talked to Rob some, and I'm in some groups with him. I pay to have that access, but we're friends also. So I'm aware of things. They're doing well. Like he's making really good moves. And I don't mean smart decisions, good boy. I mean, he's a really good businessman. Well, and he's involved with some people that you would never have access to. Yeah. Like he's put himself in, he's earned every bit of that, right? He's put himself on a level that those guys want to fuck with him, right? Yep. So he's doing really well. When you see companies come out with small individual packaging like that, they're doing well financially. Onward has come out with a lot of different flavors, and they have these amazing flavors, and they never fucking run them again. I don't know why.
They have a listing for cherry, and I've never tried.
I've never even seen cherry.
Yeah, they've never.
The best
one container of it.
The best one they had cherry lime. Cherry lime was good. But the best flavor they ever had was peach pear. And I would have never I ordered it because it was all they had. Yeah. And it was good. I ordered more of it, and I like savored it. I had like 20 tubs of it. I literally I'm using grape right now, which I hate. Yeah. It's the only one I have in the entire building. And I'd hit him up. I'd said something. He's like, and I tagged him on something. And he's like, come on, super prepper. I know you got like 400 tubs of this shit. And I do have some tucked away in the stores. But that's for collapse of society. So
that's funny you said grape because I had an individual grape and I was like, I'm not going to like grape. And I'm out right now. Matter of fact, we were talking about this morning, Annie wants me to buy more. And, I'm not going to buy one. Like, if they're sending them to me, I'm going to buy 4 or 5. So that's a couple $100. I was like, we'll see next
So here's something he's doing that I've not seen anybody. And maybe they do and we're just not privy to it.
Looks like they got watermelon in stock.
Order that. Get me.
That's exactly what I have. I told her that I would order some today or next.
They have blood orange.
So here's something he's doing that's very unique. At least that's the first time I've heard of it. Mm-hmm. He's getting with athletes that want to do a private label. Mm-hmm. So he's putting their picture on Onward, and he's doing 1,000 pieces, right? So I could do a SOE, right? Here's the SOE fucking onward, right? And he'll warehouse it, distribute it, handle all distribution, and then you have an affiliate code with it. So basically, I promote it and get 10%, or I don't know what the split is, but they handle all the fulfillment and everything of it. So you don't do shit. And it's a product that I believe in. Like I have used it. Like we were a not first form, Run Everything Labs. Mm-hmm. We've sold Run Everything Labs products for fucking ever. And then he stopped doing Run Everything Labs. There's some other stuff around that. They started another company that Dana is running that's more female athlete driven. And she doesn't like harsh pre-workouts and stims, and she doesn't like super hard flavors like that. So it's not my thing, right? So we're not doing it. So I'm kind of in limbo right now. We've talked about doing our own product line. That's kind of how we ended up doing these other ones. That's how we ended up even meeting Justin, and we were going to do our own private label protein. Mm-hmm. We'll probably do that in the future. But right now, I mean, I'm so fucking new product. I'm like, when everybody leaves, I sew for another 4 hours. We're still doing tons of shit right now. So
that's how I got a lot of my t-shirt clients, because I wanted to do something. I started the business because I was on a set in San Francisco, and I don't even remember the shirt that I was wearing, but it was a gun shirt, and the director didn't want me on his set because I was wearing a gun shirt. And I was like, okay, well, and that was kind of when I started pulling away from that shit. And I was like, let me make some stuff that only gun people know that it's a gun shirt.
Okay.
And then I started doing stuff for gun YouTubers.
Like the secret handshake.
Exactly. And the biggest thing that everybody always said why they picked me to make their shirts, not for you guys because you did it different, but they just said, go to his website and order my shirt. And then at the end of the month, I would send them a check. I took care of everything for them. Right, yeah. And that was
drop
a big
shipping.
Deal. Yeah, well, I made them and then shipped them out. I took the orders, did everything. All they had to do was promote it.
A lot of companies do that. Like a lot of people have a lot of nutrition companies are that way. That's how a lot of that works. You have this. That's a good. The best lie. Don't ever lie to them. Yeah. Because the story they're going to tell is better than any lie you could fabricate. Mm-hmm. And what they're going to imagine is always grander than the truth.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. What supplements do you use? So I don't know that I answered your question fully, but
like fivefold.
We could do a 90-minute video on what I do through the day as far as intake of supplements and stuff like that. Today I didn't do anything. I've been trying to not eat for 16 hours. Just because it gives your organs a rest, right? We don't die of age. We usually die of some failure of something. So when you fast, and that's what I noticed too, a lot of the guys I'm around, they just don't fucking eat. You don't see them eat. I mean, and some of them, like I look at Brandel and I'm like, motherfucker, look at you, fool. Like, what the fuck what are you doing? Like, he looks just good. And he only eats. Like, we even saw him. He picked up a fucking super high-end nutritionist trainer that was doing some programs for him. And his feeding window was like 2 hours when he was here. And I'm like, how the fuck are you going to eat all that stuff?
Yeah,
like,
2 pounds
he was carrying around
a container this big.
Yeah, like more food than I consume in 3 days, and he's going to eat it in 2 weeks.
We were talking about that yesterday.
So I've and then I watched this, what was that dude's name?
Brecca,
a dude named Brecca. And he writes he does all this nutrition stuff. They do a cheek swab. It's a DNA swab. And I know, oh my God, John, DNA. Trust me, they have your DNA. They've got my DNA. But what they do with this swab is they look for things that you are allergic to and things you are lacking, supplementation. And he's like, we want to get you feeling good so you have a baseline of what feeling good even is. And I have a feeling they do some TRT and some other things. But he was doing high-end athletes, like very expensive athletes.
He does the Kardashians, too.
He was doing Kardashians. He did Grant Cardone stuff. And Grant liked the program so much, he bought his company.
Yeah. So now it's 10x something.
They're putting these things out there. I haven't talked to them. You have to really search to find the pricing on it. It's expensive. But they optimize you. They get you dialed in, right? And I have a feeling they probably have a TRT supplement to that, and they probably will also sell you the supplements that you need to buy that you're lacking. I'm sure that's all in there somewhere.
So when I was looking at it, basically, like the cheek swab is they're
$600.
They're looking specifically for certain genes that you carry, because a lot of people don't methylate folic acid. That was one of the things that he kept
Which
talking
is poisonous
about,
to
which
most
is
people.
poisonous to most people. And if your body cannot break it down, it's like cocaine in your blood. And a lot of these kids that
Up to age 8 to 10.
that they think have ADHD actually just can't methylate folic acid,
Which is on everything white. All your bread,
yeah,
all your wheat, all
they
your
spray
cereal.
on all the grains that you would feed a child.
And what are they
in the
fucking
morning.
giving you on WIC? They're giving you fucking rice cereal and Chex. You can
Yeah.
get all the shit cereal. So you're, of course your kid's bouncing off the wall.
So basically, they look for these genes, and they're going to be like, yes, you have this gene that keeps you from methylating these vitamins. So here is a different version of these vitamins, which is going to give you all the raw ingredients your body needs to function the proper way.
Flintstones vitamins, right? You've heard all these years, feed your kids Flintstone vitamins. The B12 in there comes from cyanide. It is cyanide-based B12.
Yeah, it starts with a CO.
Yeah, it's the same shit we use in poisons and like just fucking amazing. It's just the food and drug and the food industry, the health industry is not to keep you healthy. It is for them to make profits. They shouldn't even be able to call it the health industry. But anyways, he does all that stuff. And one of the things he said, one of the biggest life hacks, he didn't say life hack. He said, I don't remember what he called it. Biohacking. You can donate blood. Minimum every 6 months, but every 3 months you donate blood. And why do you feel dizzy when you donate blood? You feel dizzy because the volume goes down, your pressure goes down. So the first thing they do, and you can just donate blood and get the same effect, but the first thing they do is they give you IV fluids, saline. And why do they use saline? Because saline dissolves everything that they're going to put in there, and your body can absorb it with the saline. And they give you all these vitamins. They give you this vitamin cocktail and this stuff. And they volumize you, and then they bleed you out. And that's how they do when you donate blood through them. And you're not even donating blood. They're just bloodletting, really, taking blood out of you through the same port. And it's a huge hack. Sun tanning is an addition. There's a lot of things. But one of the things he said is fasting. He's like, if you can just not eat for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window, it'll immediately change your life. So I'm kind of getting used to that. I'm trying to do that, especially after once I heard him say it, I noticed that a lot of people that look better than me and that I look up to are also doing those things.
And what they mean by fasting is you are not digesting anything. So that means you can have water, you can have black coffee, or you can have plain tea. That's it. That no coffee with cream, no artificial sweeteners, no, I'm just going to have a piece of bacon, but I'm still fasting. None of that. Like, fasting is no digestion.
It's about the insulin spike. And plus you'll go into a fat burning phase with that.
I was going to ask you about like what his stance is on that, because that's a big deal with intermittent fasting is, can you have coffee or not? Some people say
black.
No. Yeah,
black coffee.
Black coffee's not the problem. The problem's all the shit motherfuckers put in the coffee.
Well, yeah.
You go to Starbucks and you get a white. That's 1,000 calorie drink, dude.
Like it's amazing because Annie will do that. Like we normally just drink. I'll either drink black or have a little bit of heavy whipping cream in my coffee. But when she goes to Starbucks, it's like she's giving
milkshake.
them a shopping list of.
Yeah.
I get it. I do the same thing. I get it, man. I understand. And I can't go to Starbucks and not have the fucking cinnamon cake.
So the science behind it is you cannot burn fat while you are burning anything else. So you have to be finished digesting everything before your body will burn any fat.
And 46 degrees. If you can ice bath.
Fuck that.
And you need to be in there. So 3 minutes is where it's at, right? If you can get in 46 or colder degrees water, that is when that fat, you will turn fat to brown fat, from white fat to brown fat. And once it's at brown fat, you can actually, the shivering effect will actually, it does it. He talks about burning fat off.
Well, I I took cold showers exclusively for a year, and I felt better.
I have more energy when I do it.
What stopped me from doing it was I was in Tahoe, and there was a blizzard that knocked out any kind of power at all, and we got straight like snow melt water, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
So I didn't always take a cold shower. I'll take a shower, and then I will, and a lot of times, because it's just mental toughness, I'll run from a nice hot steamy shower, and I'll turn it all the way cold. And then I start a countdown, right? You can have a timer, whatever you need to do. 3 minutes. I want to be in that cold water for 3 minutes.
That's a good time to do your Wim Hof breathing.
Yes, and the Wim Hof breathing, actually, Wim Hof, yeah. Because you do need to breathe. You need to box breathe, right? You need to breathe. And that's the big thing, right? You can tighten up and flex your muscles and get in the cold water. You need to loosen up and to take it. That's when the time starts, right? Once you've adjusted to it. But it's that 180 seconds, right? 3 minutes, 4 minutes in the cold water, and you're turning around. You're getting all of you, right? Anybody can cinch, clinch up and take it,
and then jump out real quick.
Yeah, you're not getting the same effect.
Yeah, and
you'll get used. You will get.
That's what I was gonna say. When you like own it, you're in it, and you're breathing just fine, and everything's fine. It doesn't feel cold anymore.
And I know a lot of guys are like, you got to get in there and take the cold shower the whole time. I would tell you, like, I don't even care if you make it gradually cold, but as soon as it's all the way cold, like if you got to, 5 degrees at a time, take it down. Like our nice shower, it tells you on the thing what the temperature is, right? So I know how many I'm taking it down. I usually take a shower in the back shower because when I take a shower, I'm usually really dirty. So I just take a shower. I'll do my thing. And even if I've sat down in the hot, steamy-ass shower, before I get out, though, I just stand up. And I have it so hot, if I'm sitting in the shower, it's so hot when I stand up, it burns me. I just take it from there all the way fucking cold. And as soon as it's all the way cold, then I start the countdown.
Yeah.
And I do. I have way more fucking in. If I do that before I go to sleep, I can't even fucking sleep.
I would do it in the morning to wake me up.
Absolutely. And that's what Ed Milet says. When you look at dudes that are literally, like Ed was saying something the other day. He said, I was with, I don't remember who he was with. They're in some very prestigious golf club, right? And he stopped to go pick up a golf ball, and he was Warren Buffett or something. I don't know who the fuck he's like, but of that level, right? And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm picking this golf ball up. He goes, it literally costs you more to pick that golf ball up than to just buy a golf ball. Like it makes no sense. Like he just bought a Falcon 9 Heavy. I think it's a Falcon, a global jet, but nicer.
Yeah.
His jet, he can fly. What the fuck did he say? He can fly to Hawaii, from California, to Hawaii, back to California, back to Hawaii, back to California, and halfway to Hawaii without refueling the jet. Wow. He's like, you can wake up. I'm in my beautiful house. I wake up. I'm in a bad mood. He goes, when I'm on my jet, you are never in a bad. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about, he was on Brad Lee's show. Brad Lee's show, Dropping Bombs. Just listen to the Ed Milet interview. Listen to any Ed Milet interview, but listen to that one. And that's where he's talking about the jet. There's another world out there, and you don't know it exists.
Was I listening to you and Scully where somebody said there's nobody frowning on a jet ski?
I say it all the time.
It was Scully.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Money doesn't buy happiness. Really, you ever seen two motherfuckers on a jet ski? They're always smiling.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of. Like you're not gonna not be happy on your private jet.
Yeah, I cried all the way home when you made fun of me on my private jet. Yeah. I got that from Wes Watson. He's like, money doesn't buy happiness. Really? Then why the fuck do you get up and go to a job every morning? You get up every morning and go to a job for a little bit of money. I think fucking money, it's not all about money, Brad. Yeah, yeah. For you it is. There's not a motherfucker telling you that is not getting up and going to fucking work. Because if that dude was fucking high performance and he was so successful, he wouldn't be on your social media where he doesn't know you giving you free advice. That's just how that works. Evan Dixon, can you share some of the origin story of the John and Amanda power couple? So I don't think we're a power couple. I don't see that. I see people say that all the time.
I think they say that because we work well together when we work together.
Do we work well together, or do we just have enough fucking volume that we...
I think that you have ideas that I am able to either facilitate or accommodate or make it work, whatever the case may be. But But most people don't like each other enough to even be in the same house for 8 hours, let alone be in the same shop for 24 hours.
Why do you think they don't like each other?
I think people pick the wrong mates out of comfort or complacency or
You think outside influence just they became that with outside influence or media? And because it used to be, it was always the woman's friend that really fucked the relationships up, or the woman's family, for real, for absolutely.
No doubt.
But now,
now you have
access to people that you have people giving you advice that you've never met.
Right, and a lot of people will pick a partner because some extraneous reason, something stupid. Oh, I like her blonde hair.
A lot of it's because of sex, and your endorphins are spiked, so you never really know each other. You got together because of sex.
Right.
Do you think we work together well?
I mean, I can't say no. I mean, obviously.
Just say the real answer.
I don't even know how to phrase the real answer. I guess when we're not stepping on each other's toes, everything goes great.
Do you think her and I work together well?
I'd say so. Most of the time, yeah.
Do we fight?
Occasionally.
That's part of working well together.
That's part of being close to somebody. You're not it's not always sunshine and rainbows.
Right.
You have to.
When I need something done, I'm not going to stand and fight with you. I'm going to go 0 to 100 to a level that you don't want to go to. And someplace I'm going to come back down to whatever level you're prepared for. And you've already seen 100. So you're going to be happy that we're already fucking dialed back. And you're going to do what I needed to do, what I needed done. And usually it's because I've asked for it already and I didn't get the results I needed. So I'm going to just fucking throw my tantrum and you're going to do it. Had we just done it from the beginning and put it in motion, and I'll walk away. You might even have the opportunity to pretend you're doing it and I'll have already forgotten about it. But if I need it done, I need it done.
And the fact that she can understand what's going on is not like couples that don't work out or can't work together take that shit too personal.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. So that's one of the things is when we're having those kind of interactions, I know he is result driven, right? So it's not because it's me. Regardless of who's standing there, he still needs the same results, right? And if he's not getting that result, he's still going to have the same reaction, regardless if it's me or if it's Cody or if it's anybody else.
Yeah.
So you just kind of remove your own ego out of it, and you're like, okay, this isn't really about me. This is about results. It's about this specific thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you just like, okay, so in 5 minutes, he's not even going to remember that he yelled at me. And part of my job as John Willis's wife is to not remember it too, because it's going to happen. It's bound to happen.
I tell employees, I'm like, when I ask you to do something, I need it done. If I feel like it's not being done, then I'm going to dial it up a little, right? I might come to you and you take something harsh when in fact I meant it as factual and brevity. But I need you to know when you go home tonight, and this could have happened at 10 o'clock today, and it was done by noon. The task has been completed or whatever, but you're sitting dwelling on it, right? Once you put it into motion, I've already forgotten it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to go home. Like, how many people go home and they spend the weekend dwelling on some coworker? Do you think the coworker's fucking thinking about you this weekend?
That's exactly
Like,
what I was gonna
I've already
say.
forgotten it. Like, you're going to be mad or whatever. I just need you to know that it's not about you. It's about the task.
Yeah.
Because if it was about you, I'd have launched your ass out of here. I'd have fired you in front of everybody to make an example. When you fire somebody, there is a high spike in performance.
It's been done.
It works every fucking time. But with that said, right, if I go in there and launch my 3 low performers, we're going to get way more shit done today and an amazing amount tomorrow. But there's a flat line that only works for a few weeks. They forgot you can't fire a motherfucker every couple of weeks. You run out of fucking people, right? But it does work.
That's what I was just gonna say.
It works well. But everything those 3 low performers do, it's just like we just have to use them as though they're low performers.
Yeah, so it works because the people who are motivated to go farther than normal are picking up the slack of the people who are gone now. But eventually, when that levels out, then you still need those 3 people. That are
We have a pretty high performance shop. Like, as the owner and other people look in, like, they might see something a little bit different, but they haven't worked in a lot of other shops. Like, we do have a fucking pretty high paced shop. Like, the people we have, and that's why their salaries. That's why they don't, not salaries. That's why their paychecks look different. I have people in there whose paychecks are literally twice or more than other people's paychecks. And they could all be more. Like I yesterday, I'm like, look, I need you to fucking, the attention you're paying to this hobby here, you need to decide. And I'm okay with whatever the answer is. If you're in a position to where you can leave here and run this hobby as a business, I'm at peace with that. If you decide you need to quit, but I need you to decide whether you're going to work here or you're going to quit. I need you to put the attention and effort that you put into this hobby into what I pay you to do, because you've only got a very short amount of time until I make that decision for you. When you do better, I will pay you more. And I assume that you are working here and this is what is paying your mortgage. I need you to put the effort into this that you put into what I pay you to do, or I need you to find another job. Those are your decisions to make. And if you don't make one of them, you will find it that I have made that decision for you. But in the end, you're either going to leave here or you're going to do much better. You have done these tasks many, many times, and you are scatterbrained and not paying attention to them. So focus down or get the fuck out. Like, that's literally...
Yeah. And that's for me, but I don't run a company. But for me, that's almost too generous. Like, it should just be, you get paid to do this job, do the job.
Well, you
That's
have
the
to...
last time we need to talk about it,
But, like, I have to stop myself, right? Because I'm like... It's like Rob said. You don't want me doing human resources. Step in my office, you're fucking fired. Hey, come here a second. You're fired again, motherfucker. Like, I've literally done that. I've used those lines, right? But I need people, right? I need them.
Yeah.
I need the capacity.
Somebody to finesse it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just don't have the fucking...
He doesn't have the finesse in it.
I don't have that either. Especially when it comes to money, because that's the agreement. Like, you wanted me to pay you to do something, so I'm agreeing to do that.
Right.
So let's have.
What I tell them, what I go. You hear that? You notice you didn't hear it on your fucking door. You came here and asked me for this job. I didn't come to your house. You did what it took to get the job. Now you have to do what it takes to keep the job. And it's especially dudes. Like, most of the kids, and I say kids, they're up to like 30. Like, I have this perception that this person's 20 years old, but I don't realize they're 35 because they've never left mom's basement, but they've watched enough of my videos and they're like, I should probably leave mom's basement. But every now and then we get a really good one. But a lot of them come here from literally Alaska, fucking New York, Arizona, and they they're awesome the first 2 or 3 weeks, but 4, 5, and 6, they do less than they even did 1, 2, and 3. So
we have an exception on that right now.
we have a fucking really good dude right now. Yeah, absolutely. We have a good crew. Andrea Snow, my question is for Amanda. How can I get a beanie hookup? I purchased the beanie offered on the SOE site. Oh, you don't like my beanies, huh?
They're not warm enough.
But it needs to be a bit warmer. Grow some more hair. I am a soft farmer. That's a trip. I call myself, out of habit, I call myself farmer, but when people tell me farmer, I'm like, I'm not a farmer. What are you talking about? I get it.
Farmer John.
That is all I got this week. Thank you both for being such badasses. Here is the last order. So I take back what I said about you earlier. All your interaction. Kick-ass firewood carrier. So you built her a beanie, didn't you?
I did build her a beanie. Yeah, I actually had contact with her and built her exactly what she asked for.
Yeah, I wanted to do some things last night. You're like, I'm building a beanie.
I'm fucking busy.
Max's Path.
I built him a beanie too.
So listening to the latest, you built Max a beanie, the blue one. I saw him comment about it. So listening to the latest video talking about tourniquets, it is crazy how much hate and venom I have gotten when making videos showing either Rats tourniquets or the Recon tourniquets. But you're absolutely correct. Most of those fuckers have never even put a tourniquet on. I cranked on the same orange Recon tourniquet for 2 days straight in IAM, Immediate Action Medical. And over 2 days, I never found any tourniquet that was faster to apply than the rat's tourniquet. And funny enough, though, through 2 days of training, neither one failed either. Like you said, it's not about having the best anything. It's about having the one when you need. Absolutely, man. And so the thing with the rats is, well, you know the deal as well as I do, man. You've seen the same, you know the same people I know. But the rat's tourniquet is so compact and inexpensive. People buy them as an add-on, right? When we were doing $50 to get to qualify for the promo. It's $50 now. I think it's $65. Mm-hmm. So you've got this thing you want to buy that's $50. I need to stack on, $15 more dollars. Rats, you can buy a rat's tourniquet, right? Instead of a patch and a sticker. What the fuck? How many stickers do you guys need? We send them to you free. So that's why we do them. It's just part of the upsell. But the tourniquet, that was something they could put on there that they might actually use, that might actually save their life. And it's so compact, you can just tuck them places. Like those little, they're not stupid, those Rescue Me toolkits or the little things they put on the CPR shield that they put on their keychain. You could put a rat's tourniquet on your wife's keychain, right? And then it's there.
Put it in her bra.
Just have the fucking thing. I mean,
it's not run along with a belt too. So it's
you can run them through your belt loops and not, so you got your belt in through your belt loops and you got the tourniquet. Fuck, wouldn't you like to have that thing? Now, the thing I hear when we really talk to dudes that are really doing shit, he's like, it's hard to self-put on, right? It's easier to put on one-handed. It's easier to put on if you have a hand down. Like when I was out at the SOTG out at range 130 all the time, they would run a whole week-long fighting while wounded. So you have to do everything weak hand, right? So if you're right hand, they're going to literally take your right hand and fucking put rigger's tape around it, or they're going to fucking tie it to your side or handcuff it to your belt loop or whatever. So you're going to learn how to fight and manipulate that fucking pistol and that rifle weak hand. Now you get a taste of it in some of the classes, right? There is some in some of the classes, but this is a week-long package of that. And depending as you go up through other courses, like that becomes longer and longer, right? So you eventually are very confident and proficient in both hands. So, I mean, that's the only thing I've ever heard when you really get to the bottom of it. Like I've had conversations. I'm like, look, what's the real fucking deal? Like there's no cameras here. There's no microphones here. What the fuck's really the deal with it? And you get most of it, as you know, Max. You see it especially in like primary and secondary and these different Facebook groups. Great groups, tons of information, right? But they've never tried the thing. And most of the people on the internet spouting that out, they're not dudes that are out there, man. You're going to have all these dudes telling you about ground grappling and all these combatives and stuff. They've never been to a shift works. They've never been to a Craig Douglas class. They've never fucking done any of, they've never done any of that shit. So the internet's given people a voice, and then you have the mob mentality shit. Yeah. I mean, we had the mob mentality stuff. So we had a thread that was 200 pages long about SOE on AR15.com. It's whittled down to 30 pages because they removed everything people positive were saying. And the only thing left is 30 pages of 5 different dudes talking shit. But that's mob mentality. The people that were the 170 pages they removed, those were people who had actually interacted with me. Those were customers and stuff. The 5 pages that are left, that remain, of the 5 guys, 30 pages of 5 guys talking shit, we've never met any of those guys or done business with them. It's just that mob mentality shit. It's just that silliness. And that's how, especially there. But the internet has killed forums. But I mean, those guys are still there. Yeah. Those original dudes who they live in their own world. That's how it is. They just live in their own world.
I have to go to the post office.
Okay.
It's 3:48.
All right. John, you and Jack Spirko are both jerks. Laugh out loud. My next piece of gear I'm planning on purchasing is a Berkey filter system. With all your preps, I was wondering if you have one, which one, and what are your overall thoughts of them? Thanks for putting these videos out. It is really awesome being able to directly communicate with someone I really look up to. Well, thank you, Josh. let's start with you. Do you have a Berkey water filter?
I do have a Berkey. I could not tell you which one it is. I know it holds 4 filters if I want it to. But yes, I have one. You have a couple. You have had a couple.
Where'd you get your Berkey?
I got it from you.
Talk into the mic.
I got it from you.
So he has the big Berkey, I think, which is very deceptive because it's not big. It's the second one in the line. It's the second from smallest, but I feel like they call it the big Berkey because it was the second one, which was bigger than the first one.
Like the SOE new bag.
Yeah, I fucked that up, boy. All the water, I'd say, unless I'm out from here, all the water that I consume, especially on the property here, goes through a Berkey water filter. Most of my employees drink out of a Berkey water filter also. It's a 6-gallon. I put 6 gallons in it. It filters through. When the bottom reservoir's full, sometimes, several times a day, we put 6 more gallons in the top. We probably run, 50 gallons a day through that thing. Yeah, absolutely, man. I have the fluoride filters on the bottom of it. We've used Berkey filters for over a decade, well, longer than a decade.
Than that. Probably closer to 15 years.
Yeah, we've made Berkey filters with Berkey filters and with 5-gallon buckets and stuff. You can use 5 gallons, stainless pots. You can do all kinds of shit. I've given away dozens of them as gifts. We should probably be selling Berkeys. I don't know why we don't. I have no idea what their margin is. It's a product I believe in, though, and I've used for a very, very long time. So absolutely, I think that's one of the first. Just think about how much liquid do you put in your body?
Hopefully a gallon a day.
So chlorine, bromide, fluoride, all those things, right? They block the uptake. They block your receptors for iodine, and iodine controls your endocrine system. I'm not fat, I'm big boned. I got a bad endocrine system, right? A lot of that is because of the chemicals that they put in our body. Why would they put those things in your body when you ask yourself that? Well, it's to protect you from, microbes. Yeah, sure. So shock it, but why don't you remove it before you give it to us, right? Why don't you tell U.S. citizens this is poison, right? Take chlorine and drop it on your skin and see what happens. Would you drink swimming pool water?
You gotta sniff it.
Right. So remove it, right? Your biggest organ in your body is your skin. And even taking showers, they're fluoride and chlorine and all that, right? Your body absorbs shit through your skin. They make filter heads that will remove that. Another way you could do that, it's more expensive, but you don't have to think about it, is just reverse osmosis. There's a lot of systems you can put on the intake of your water house, on your water system, that'll pull all that shit out of there. And also, it will that shit eats your pipes up. Over time, it eats up all your pipes and shit. So just be aware of it. And definitely, that is an absolute something you should do. And while you're doing that, and we're thinking about that, think about having some backups. Buy some extra filters. They put them on sale. Get on their email list. When they put them on sale, buy extra filters. Have them sitting someplace. And then, get some hand pumps and stuff. We can kill things in water several ways. The filters are going to remove it. Chemicals are going to kill it. When it's an absolute emergency situation, do I care that there's dead microbes in my water? Probably not, right? We can shock them with iodine, shock them with chlorine. The stuff they give you that cancels the chlorine taste, that's actually just vitamin C. It kind of neutralizes it. If you're going to shock stuff with chlorine, you can actually aerate it. You can take it from pitcher to pitcher, pour it, and as you smell that chlorine, that's the chlorine off-gassing. That'll remove it from the water. But yeah, absolutely, go with a Berkey. I think everybody should have one. Empty, kind of question, I suppose. Would it be possible to do a live pulling the thread at the next SRF, maybe with a little Q&A session? So probably not, because this is a small audience compared to the audience that's at Self-Reliance Festival, and we do this for you guys. No, I mean, probably not. Drive strength. I heard you on Jack today, I think. No, that was SHTF Fitness. John, where have you found the sweet spot to be your test levels to be at? I've been trying to dial in where I feel best at and seems to recently have found the right dosage. So I run very high. Very high. Where do you run at?
I'm low right now.
What do you want to be at? Where do you find that you feel good?
The dose I'm on that I'm supposed to actually be taking is good. I just don't do it twice a day like I'm supposed to.
Oh, because you're using cream.
Correct.
So I use injectable. I inject every other day.
That's not the same stuff that you initially got. That's
Correct.
not-
I'm using test propionate. It'll actually cross the blood-brain barrier. Intermuscular, I did fat, like you would run HCG or growth. I was doing tests there. James said for a long time you can do that, and I did it, and then it just didn't work as well. I felt like I was lethargic and not functioning. Now you say you want to find your sweet spot. Like, I want to run as high as I can. I don't know why you wouldn't. Now maybe at a younger age or something, because of grease and oil, acne, hair loss, stuff like that. Maybe I don't have any of that shit. I think I've outgrown all that. So my free test, Amanda would know, I think my free test is at 45, which is high. And I'm like your overall, the scale only reads to 1500. I max out at 1500. I'm about to add some other things in. There's some companies come on the market with some different things, and we can discuss that later. But I run high all the time. I sleep better. I think that's why I'm able to sleep 4.5 hours a night. And even when I'm tired, I can literally tell myself, "You're not tired, motherfucker. Get going." And I can literally I picture turning a light switch on, right? And I just don't allow myself. And that's because of that. That's because of the testosterone, I'm sure. It has something to do with it. Vince Vega, a few years back, you showed a messenger bag that I think was based on the Mookie War bag. I think it was a prototype. Any chance that can be revived, need a new messenger bag? So Vince, I actually saw this comment a few nights ago when you posted it. I saw it come through on my phone. And that's what led me to build this other bag, the one we showed earlier. Now we could take this bag and scale it to be 4 across, which would hold a full-size computer. We could add some more features to it. But that is actually what prompted me to do this one here.
Try not to